I don't think he's in yet.
Is it still lagging?
Yeah. Not really.
Oh, this is so unfortunate.
Yeah, we'll have to restart. Yep.
Man, this game's good.
Alrighty, welcome everybody. We are coming in hot and fast here this weekend here in Phantom as we are here at Eldora doing the free All-Star race. Now that I have this pulled up. Oh, the lobby died. Perfect. All right, cool. That gives me time. Oh, all right. So we are coming from Eldora today for the All-Star event. Small field today. Only going to be about 6 drivers. And I wish I knew who Infinity Spency Cat was. That's a wonderful name. As we're getting invites to the new lobby to play. But yes, only about 6 drivers. Oh, Hoffman. Okay. But yes, only 6 drivers in the field, including my booth mate Timmy. So it will just be me up here, which is gonna be a time. I did have a little bit of fun and raced with these guys during the qualifier just to see how we'd shake up. And not gonna lie, did a lot better than I thought I was gonna do. Out of like 7 cars, we finished 4th, so we are exactly mid. So I will take that all day, because I thought I'd be in the back. Hey, don't worry, everything NASCAR. You might be able to get in if the lobby doesn't work out, and you'll just start from the rear of whatever happens. And I think we had a random driver pop in. And yes, indeed we did. So that means that we need to make another lobby. NASCAR man, you gotta come into one of these, bro. I want to see you race. You keep saying you're gonna race. You just gotta do it. I want to see it. I want to see what you got. But we're waiting to see what these guys got. As we are trying to find a lobby that can sustain and not hold off the rain long enough for us to get this All-Star race going. $50 on the line here for tonight. And so we'll see. We'll be able to. I'm putting the pressure on Timmy though. If he's gonna be down there, he's gotta do well. I don't even think I'm in a booth party, to be honest with you. As now we're bringing Timmy in here, so we're gonna see what this is all about. And here he is now.
Hello.
Hello, what's going on?
I don't know.
Well,
We're just kind of trying to figure this out as we go along.
I was gonna say, what are you doing up here then?
I don't know. I was worried you were getting lonely up there.
Well, right now they're going into the next lobby. Does that mean you're not racing, or are you racing?
No, I'm still racing.
Oh gosh,
I'm doing the thing I said I was never gonna do again.
brother. I was gonna say, I'm putting the pressure on you and everything NASCAR.
Look, I feel more comfortable on the dirt track anyway, so.
Oh, that's good, because last time you raced, it was on a road course, and
I had more time to prepare for this race. And I won't feel as guilty if I hit anyone.
Yeah, you're kind of expected to here. But here we go, the 7 drivers getting ready to go. They're going to do the warm-up lap, get the field set. After the qualifier racer that we didn't stream because I was in it, and I was exactly mid. I was going to say, are we setting the field? What's going on?
We are not. We just got impatient here. We're just hoping this lobby sticks. We're just going to run it as is.
I was going to say, it looks good. So, Edtho currently out in front. We're running the trucks, because they're the only ones that race on Eldora. So, we're going to see how this goes. Timmy in the 56, shooting the inside line, going to run 30 seconds. Said 3 wide, making heavy contact behind you.
Yeah, that was quite a sight right there behind me. And I'm glad we actually decided to run Eldora instead of Bristol Dirt, because that was the original plan.
Yeah.
Was to run Bristol Dirt with the next-gen cars, and the problem with that is the next-gen cars of Bristol just don't race that well. It's basically run the top and stay there, and you're basically hoping that the guys that are running outside don't wall bang. Here you can actually manage to race a little bit.
I was going to say, yeah, you're speaking of banging, Edtho gave you a nice little shot. Oh, and he just got one from the 52. And the 52's around. No caution.
Racetrack.
As Timmy, currently your race leader here, as we got stages on.
Let's see, looks like Shaka is peeking on my inside here. He had a good run off turn 4. I'm going to give him just enough room. But not too much room.
Or at all. A little bit of body contact.
Though. That's fine. I'm going to let him have it here.
I love how you guys are both racing hill cars or trucks.
I'm in the better hill. Come on, nobody likes Austin Hill. Come on now.
No. There's Edtho trying to hold on to the 3rd spot as he's got 74, the 88 behind him, the 88 of Hoffman, the 74 of K2. Oh, Edtho shows the bottom, has it at bad exit off of turn 4. That'll allow K2 to get to his inside, or at least get closer to him, as the 88 is going to shoot to the inside. Hoffman trying to get through. What's he going to be able to do? He's running the bottom. Oh, comes up into K2. More bodily contact in the back, as K2 going to stay with him. Get back ahead, the 52 back to the 4th spot. 88 struggling through turns 3 and 4. And now K2 to the outside of Edtho, going to try and take the 3rd spot. Battle for the lead, still close. And the end of stage 1 coming ever so close is Edtho's in the wall. That allows K2 to peek to his outside. But Edtho able to hold his own. But now K2 gonna shoot to the bottom, gonna run it up a little bit, get into Etho, drive him out of his line. That's gonna move K2 to third. Now the 88 of Hoffman gonna look to see if he can get to his inside as well as Etho trying the wall. And it ain't gonna work out for him. Hoffman gonna make it through to the fourth spot. We jump back to the lead about a car length-ish between Timmy and Shackett. We saw in the qualifiers, Shaq had a really good run going.
Got 5 to go here. It's all about establishing a rhythm and sticking with the rhythm. Like, you can have the fastest laps you want, but if you're not able to run them consistently, it can break your race. And Shack Attack's been doing a really good job staying consistent. Like, I'm having to, like, break my rhythm to try to experiment. And I just ran a 3 there, a 3.23. That's a really fast lap. As I'm trying to, like, search around for different grooves all across the racetrack to see if I can set up a pass on him. Because if I just run the exact line that he's running, I'm not going to be able to have anything for him. As we are down to 3 to go here.
And so while that's going on, the 52 of Keith is actually starting to reel back in the back 3, and maybe, I don't know if he'll be able to have time to catch him, but we're going to see if Etho, here with 2 to go, can have time to catch the 88. Now as Shackett will come out of turn 4, he will collect the white flag. 1 to go here in stage 1. At Eldora, Timmy have anything for him. He's running around trying to find the line. He shoots it way high. He's going to dig it way low. Not able to peek the nose to his inside. Shack Attack will win stage 1.
Good run there, Shaka. He did an excellent job. He did exactly what he needed to do. My mistake was I looked in my mirror. When he was behind me, I looked in my mirror. He had the run. I just let him have it. Anytime I got close to his bumper, he didn't flinch. He didn't try to adjust. He ran the exact line he needed to do. He didn't give me any mercy whatsoever, as he should have. He did a great job there. I hope the rest of the field can work on their trucks, maybe get some adjustments in, because our adjustment window is much more limited because we're all running sliders. None of us are running custom setups this week, a little different than what we're used to doing here.
Yeah, and it was K2 that finished 3rd, Hoffman 4th, Etho 5th, and Keith reeling after the spin, came back and closely finished in the 6th spot. So this is like a nice Saturday night at your local dirt track is how we're going to frame this one. But Timmy starts on pole, K2 up to 2nd, as the 16 had a super slow. Something happened.
Well, he stopped. Him and 2 other trucks stopped. Me and the rest of the guys in the top 4 stayed out.
Oh,
Tires
boy.
don't mean anything. Fuel doesn't mean anything. The only reason you would want to pit is if you don't like the handling of your truck. You maybe want to make some adjustments, tire pressure-wise or wedge or whatnot. I'm pretty happy with how the truck's handling, and track position is pretty important, so it was a pretty easy decision for me to stay out.
And right now, Timmy out front with the 52 of Keith running in the 2nd spot. The 16 trying to get by the 74, so Shackett trying to get by K2 and not having any luck as K2 is cutting his runs off. K2 playing defense. It's in the back. Etho ahead of the 88 of Hoffman. Oh, and Hoffman hard into the outside wall. The 16 underneath the 74 of K2. Can he make it stick? No, he cannot. K2 holds on to the 3rd spot. And the 52 and the 56 breaking away from these two here in 3rd and 4th. Timmy Hill and Keith We saw Keith show his speed at the end of that first stage, able to claw back to the 3 cars that were ahead of him. So now he's shown what kind of speed he really has, able to stick with the 56, who had a really good run there in stage 1. We got 16 laps to go, coming to 15 as Timmy crosses the line. Right now, the field's starting to gap themselves. Everybody running their line, and we're seeing the 16 starting to struggle here. Once K2 cut off his original line, the 16 has been searching. Because the 74 is running right where he wants to run, so Shack Attack not where he wants to be currently.
Yeah, the truck that handles out front is going to handle the same in traffic. And with everyone's trucks pretty much at about the same pace, passing is at a premium. So having track position is going to be really important tonight, as Keith's doing a really good job keeping with me. His lap times are pretty even with mine. As now he's got track position, he's running second right now. He's surprising me right now. Who would have thought Keith would be a good dirt racer?
Of course, as you said that, Keith just banged the wall out of turn 3, or turn 4.
He didn't lose that much time doing that.
No, he didn't. He really didn't.
Maybe about a tenth or so, but I also had a bit of a slip up there. As I'm distracting myself talking, but that's alright.
I mean, you got the space to.
Go. I can give up a little bit, as third place is about 3 back. Shackett's about 3.7. I thought for sure. I don't know if he made adjustments on the truck, but I might have to go back to the drawing board there.
I mean, this is definitely going to show what pitting will do, as Edtho, and something happened with the 88 of Hoffman. He has completely lost touch with the back of the field as he now runs in the 6th position.
I think I heard about him hitting the wall.
Yes, he did hit the wall.
I just ran a 2.79 the last lap. And we were talking before we ran our heat races about what kind of lap times we were going to expect, about like 4s or 5s. And I'm running a slider 9 right now. This thing is loose. It's a handful. So it's taken a lot of discipline for me to hang on to this truck and run as consistently as I am, but loose. You want this thing loose. It's so much freer around the center of the turns. It's so much faster. And I'm able to run 3s with it. And I think Keith is also running a 9 as well. That's how he's able to keep up.
Yes. Yeah, he did say he was running it pretty up there. As now we got coming to 7 to go.
I think we're starting to see a real difference in the slider setups, because Hoffman crew, I'm just about to lap him here soon.
Yeah.
He said he's running a 1, so he's got the most stable setting on his truck. And some guys, it's kind of a, what do you favor more? Do you favor stability or speed? Like, the speed you obviously want, but some drivers probably don't feel comfortable managing that. They'd rather have something a little more secure. And then you got nut jobs like me and Keith who are able to hang it out as much as we can.
Yeah, it's a stage. Final stage is going to be something to watch. Is what? We got 5 to go, 6 to go.
I'm going to come across the line this time by. And it'll be 4 to go. 4
laps to go here for Timmy. He's got lap traffic ahead. Will it play a fat to the 89? Loose in front of him!
I think I just saw God for a second.
He's the announcer's curse spoken into existence as we got 3 to go. And I, in my almighty broadcasting powers, almost got Timmy taken out of the lead. As the 16 able to get by the 74, finally moving himself back into 3rd as they come now to 2 laps to go. K2 falls down to 4th. Timmy still out front by a considerable margin as he comes out of turn, or goes into turn 3 and now comes out of turn 4. He will take, the white flag as he wants to wave to the flagman really closely.
I just wanted to let him know he still owes me money.
Goes into turn 3. Sees the people in the grandstands. Means he'll see the flagman, and Timmy Racing will win stage number 2. The 52 of Keith coming through in second. The 16 of Shackett finishing third after finally getting by the 74 of K2. The 97 of Edtho will round out the top 5, and Hoffman in the 88, a lap down, will get the lucky dog and be able to be back on the lead. Will be able to be back on the lead lap. As will we see anybody pit this time?
I just got word from Ed. This one is going to be for the money. We're not running another one after this. This is it.
All right. I mean, it took long enough to get this damn lobby going, so I understand that.
I didn't think we were going to run a second race anyway with how...
So this stage, with money on the line, only 6 drivers wanted it. And we'll see who gets the money, as Timmy will lead them to the what may be the final green flag of this race. Through the restart zone, the 56 side by side going into turn 1. Can the 16 pounce early to try and get himself in firing distance as the leaders run side by side? Timmy, Keith. Timmy has been really good on the inside. He breaks through to the lead. The 52 going to try the crossover. He's going to slide it up. Timmy going to go wide. He looked behind him. Can the 16 make a move? Timmy quick to the block. Now he's to the inside of Keith. A good 3 and 4 by Timmy gets him back into the lead fight. Keith takes it wide. The 16 looks to capitalize behind him. Oh, there's contact. The 52. And now underneath Timmy again. The 16 lost a lot of time due to the contact between him and Keith. But Shackett looking to rebound quick as the leaders go side by side again, and have been doing so for about a straight lap and a half now. As to be honest with you, I have no idea how many laps are left.
23. Just crossed the line that time.
23 laps to go.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened in my mirror. I had to get back around Keith. Keith was going to set me up again like he did off turn 4 that one time. That's how he was able to get back around me. I tried to make sure not to let that happen again. So I blocked the bottom, and I think he kind of kept it in there, and I think him and Shackett made contact.
They absolutely made contact. He came back down to guard the bottom on the 16, but the problem is half the 16 was already there. And now, as we go behind, the 16 was peeking to the inside of Keith. Shackett unable to keep the run going, and Keith is doing everything he can to protect the bottom. He tried too hard, though. That opens the door for the 16 on the high side. Can Keith keep it there? No. Shackett through to second, but the 52's not done. But Shack protecting the bottom now. And as his eyes set on the leader, Timmy, they went toe-to-toe in stage 1, and now they have a bunch of laps here in stage 2 to do it all over again. But the 52 is also not done. Keith is keeping the pressure on Shackett. What will we see from this 52? The 88 of Hoffman. The 97 of Edtho doing battle here at the back of the field. But I think I see the 52 peeking to the inside of Shack Attack. And he will.
Boy.
Contact. Everybody stays straight. Keith is not done fighting for the position. However, it is Shack Attack that wins that. As we are now coming to 16 laps to go. Oh, and Shack Attack hard in the wall. That keeps the 52 in the fight. They made contact again. Oh, 16. And the 52 had to let up a bunch to keep each other from spinning out. Keith now out of the fight, as he had to let up a ton to keep Shack Attack from spinning out. A heavy contact into the wall for Keith. The 74 of K2 was digging it out of turn 4, and he slammed into the wall. Coming to 14 to go as Timmy crosses the line. Look how much ground the 16 has to make up. Should be easier for them, though. He's been consistent through this run, or through this whole race here. Will it be speed, the speed in the 56, or will it be the consistency in the 16? The 52 starting to claw back. Just a hair, though, not enough. Coming to 12 to go when Timmy crosses the line.
Yeah, it's about 2 flat between me and the 16 for 12 laps to go. I think Shackett could make a run here, but there's not going to be enough time, I don't think. I was wondering if they were going to catch me with them being side by side. Like, I was watching in my mirror. It was getting pretty hectic.
Yeah, no, they almost spun it off of one of the corners. They both had to let up. Or Keith had to let up, which means that Shackett let up. And that, unfortunately, might have been their downfall. Getting too racy and forgetting that that wasn't for the lead. It was just for second, and unfortunately allowed the leader to probably get out to too much of a lead.
Yeah, that's part of the trade-off. You want the position really bad to get yourself one spot closer where you want to be, but when you're in that battle for too long, you know, you get a situation like, you know, where I am right now. I was able to pull away to about 2-second lead, now 2.2, and with time running out.
We are now on 9 to go, and 8. And you can see the lead just getting bigger and bigger between the 56 of Timmy and the 16 of Shack Attack. And Shack Attack, with the speed he was showing in the qualifier, I really thought was going to be the guy to just dominate and walk away from it. But Timmy could be, in what is one of his very rare races, might be playing, what is it, the sleeper role,
Potentially.
if you will.
A rare appearance and even a rarer win.
Oh, squirrely. There's the 56 going there through 1 and 2. Coming to 5 to go this time. The 16 not getting much closer as the battle for 4th. Oh, the 97 cut it too shallow off of turn 4 and lost time to the 74 of K2. Not gonna lie, there's a perfectly good spot behind Keith and ahead of K2 that I bet you my truck will be in. But I'd rather be up here. Up here is safe. I like safe. As Timmy comes around and takes, what, 3 to go?
3 to go.
Look at me. Good at guessing. And the 16 can do nothing but watch as he's starting to gap the 52 of Keith.
We got a truck stopped in turn 4.
Oh, the 88 of Hoffman. Luckily, he probably told everybody that he was ghosted. You just couldn't see that. You were kind of just going off a hope and a prayer. And it pays off. As now this will be the white flag 1 lap to go for Timmy in what has been an action-packed third stage. And the 16 you just saw in that angle can do nothing but watch as Timmy goes into turn 3. Played second all day, and now at a 4, Timmy Hill wins it at Eldora. The 16 of Shack Attack through to second. And the 52 of Keith rounds out the top 3. And what a race we saw just between the 16 and the 52 alone there in that stage. And what an incredible performance we saw out of Timmy. Coming up and playing the robbery.
And it's unfortunate we didn't get more people. Like, this is probably the most fun car track combo in the game, in my opinion. Like, Eldora is probably the closest we got to, like, a proper dirt race. Like, the late models, those things handle a little too cartoonish for my liking, and Bristol Dirt is top lane dominant. The bottom lane has nothing. At least here, you have a preferred line, but the top can at least work as a defense option, and I was able to make that work with either Keith or Shaka. Anyone who's on my outside, they were able to get around me, or in some instances, I was able to hold off the outside. So this is a fun track. I'm happy I got the win. I came here to win, but I don't know. At the same time, I feel bad because like you said, I committed a robbery.
Yeah, that was a high-class robbery. I bet you they're like, really? Yeah. Everybody in here is looking for the 50.
Even if the battle for second got settled a lot sooner, I don't know if they had anything for me, because I was already I had the cushion that I needed, even at just half a second. Half second's all I need.
Yeah, we don't know exactly how aggressive they would have been. If they were going to be that aggressive, did you have a defense strategy against it, or was it really just whatever happens?
Same plan I had. If they had the inside, I was gonna try to squeeze them as much as I could, still run the middle, kind of let them wash up, and I'll maximize speed off exit. Just kind of run where they're not and try to play as much defense as I possibly could, because I knew just about what parts of the track I could be able to maximize momentum.
And well, I was gonna say, you're just gonna be up in the booth with me for the rest of the season, but I mean, we were just gonna interview the winner, but the winner was already in the booth, funny enough, which is crazy. So we pretty much just broke right out into it.
Yeah, this went a lot better than Watkins Glen, for sure. I think without the added pressure of points, and there's more leeway with contact between trucks at a dirt track. Like, I could give less of a shit.
Yep.
But I still try to be as fair as I could. Oh
no, you were absolutely, you ran clean as hell. So
yeah.
I mean, you may have came in and high class robbed these guys, but I mean, you did it in a pretty fair way. So
yeah, I can't miss an opportunity to run Eldora. I used to run a lot of public races at trucks at Eldora, like on Heat 4, the previous game. And there's my voice again.
Uh-huh.
That's all I ran on Heat 4 was slider trucks at Eldora, so a lot of it just kind of came back to me pretty naturally. Just run the loosest slider I could and hold on tight.
Awesome. Well, that, I think, will do it for us here in Phantom for what was just a fun one in between our playoff rounds, which kick off again next week, next Saturday, for the start of round 2. And if I actually had the schedule pulled up, I would know what track that is.
I think I do know what it is. It's Road America next week.
Oh, gosh. Are we going to see you back on the track again?
I think that's going to be fun. That's one of my favorite tracks
on the
game. Not just because it's a road course, but just because of how unique it is.
I was going to say, would that mean that you would be in a better position
Hold on one second.
than you were at Watkins Glen.
Are you saying I might run Road Americas? Because I don't plan on it.
Okay, please don't. Thank God.
I'm not. Don't worry. I'm done.
Because you keep saying that, and then you're
I said I wasn't going to run any more
not.
points races for the rest of the season. I made an exception tonight because it's not a points race.
Okay, good.
Trust me,
Thank you.
we're good.
I was gonna say I don't want you to run it, but if you were, I wasn't gonna say no. So
All right.
trying to find the schedule, but nobody's posted
Yeah, the old
schedule
Road America
recently.
car can sit in the shed for a little while longer.
Oh, thank God. All right, well, that will do it for us here. We'll see you next week at what?
Ed, do you have the stream playing in the background? Or is that...
No.
I'm hearing the stream play in the background. Wait, hold on.
I was
I'm
muted.
still at the other party. And someone in the other party has been playing it the whole time.
There you go.
That's the other thing. I'm listening to your voice, I'm listening to the voice of the drivers, and I'm listening to your voice again because somebody in our driver's chat was playing the race in the background. Which means I could also hear my own freaking voice.
Yes.
The voices.
And don't
I've
worry,
caved into the
because
voices.
we're about to make all the voices stop. As we wish everybody a good night. We look forward to seeing you next week for our regularly scheduled program, the start of round number 2 of the Phantom Pro. I wanted to say Pro Series of the Phantom Racing League playoffs at Road America. We'll see you then, 9 o'clock. Be sure to like and subscribe. We're on our race to 200. Please, for the love of all that is good and holy, help us get there. But we will see you next weekend. And that is a good night from us.